fantastic. It's true that the true power is not given, it is taken. And this is the lesson from China. I think true power comes from within and from the ability to say no when necessary. You know, what Xi Jinping has said in rejecting this invitation is a wake-up call, I think, to other African countries or African leaders to say no to other summits. We cannot attend all summits. We have seen several summits: China-Africa Summit, Russia-Africa Summit, US-Africa Summit, Europe-Africa Summit, and recently, even small countries now are started to summon our leaders. We heard about Italy-Africa Summit, South Korea-Africa Summit. I think the time must come to say no. These summits are enough for us. Let us mobilize our people. Let us strengthening our regional trade, because if you look the population that we have here in the continent of Africa, it is the market itself. If you look on the intelligent people that we have, we can do something different. Just imagine a country such as China with a population of more than 1.3 billion people can do wonders. What if Africa, we can come together? And that's why we have been addressing the issue of removing borders, collapsing these colonial borders. You know, China with 1.3 billion people, there's no borders that are trying to separate people. People are moving free from one place to another in China. The same to India. I think Africa, we must learn from China to say no to when it comes necessary to say no, and this will help us to build independent structure and to engage with the world on equal terms. You see, right now we find ourselves being invited to this summit under the promises of maybe sometimes investment and sometimes loans. I think if Africans, we can come together, we can decide for our future. It is possible. It is possible, and we don't need the foreign power to dictate us what to do. Let us come and say, we are going to invest in maybe energy. Let us, Africa, decide that right now our need is energy. We don't need to wait Chinese or to wait Europeans to say, you don't have energy. We know that we don't have energy. So let us strategize and say, from now and then, we are going to collaborate. We are going to work together. We are going to make sure that by the year 2030, the whole continent must have enough electricity, and industries will start being built in such kind of investment. I'm sure if Africans, we can decide. The problem that we have, we didn't decide, and we are not already decided. We need to decide what we need, what is our best interest, and what we must implement and do right now. Other countries, they have already chosen what they want. Even now, you heard the story of course, African Union, European Union Summit. Do we have agenda? What are we going to engage with European Union? We can go there and talking about maybe we need assistance in energy. We need the assistance. We don't need the assistance. We need engagement. Because if it's about technology, we have technologies. If it's about resources, we have resources. We have engineers, we have genius people here. We have seen what happened in Ethiopia. We have seen what happened in Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, in Kenya there, in Tanzania. You can see Africans are doing wonders, you see? But these people are not being appreciated, are not being protected, and sometimes our leaders are not taking them seriously, you see? For instance, someone who is manufacturing electric machine in Zimbabwe, somebody Chikumboso. I think if Africa as the continent, as the whole, we can be serious, we can protect that young man by saying that this man has ability to produce electricity through what we call radio frequency. So let us put that man into security, into good environment, then provide them assistance, provide them equipment, resources. I'm sure after 10 years, many Africans will have access to electricity, to have internet. It is possible. We don't need to wait others to do for us or to decide for us. And that's what China have been doing. So we don't need the world, but the world needs us because we have resources. And that's why you see many times Africans, we are being invited on the negotiation table, not as a participator or as a solution giver, but as a listener, or someone is going to dictate for us the thing that we are rejecting for many years. I'm sure this is a big lesson to us, the people of Africa. What China is doing, or President Xi Jinping is doing, is fantastic, and this should be the lesson to all of us. When it comes to say no, when it is necessary, let us say no. Let us say we are not going to attend this summit. Of course, I know one day I was listening President Ruto when he said some leader are being blackmailed, threatened. Yes, they are doing so because they know you are depending on them. They can cut head, they can demand some loans that they have been given to us. That's what they are doing. But all in all, as the people of Africa, as Africans, if we can decide, we can achieve. The problem that I said, we are not already decided. We need to decide what we want, what is in our best interest, and what is our goals, and what things we want to achieve. I think from there we can succeed. After that, my dear lovely family, I'm just trying to add something from this decision of Mr. Xi Jinping, because I see there's something that we need to learn as the people of Africa. Yes, sometimes we need to choose our battle, but all in all, let us see what we can do for the best or interest of Africa. The same Chinese are doing, the same Americans are doing. You remember that when Trump came to power, he decided also to withdraw America from Paris Climate Treaty. You remember that America was withdrawn from from WHO. I think for the best interest of America, not for the interest of the world, and even Africans, the continent of Africa, we need also to find what is in our best interest. Up to that, let me say thank you. Have a nice time. Hope you can share this video to others so that they can get this good message that will maybe sometimes we think it can wake up all of us, the people of Africa. Up to that, see you next time. Stay in power. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make Africa great. Thank you, freedom. Thank you, Africa.